Hello, everyone. This is Maria from mariascraftingcorner.com. Welcome to another Simple Stamping Sunday, guys. You have to give me 1 second. I forgot to close the door. And we all know what's going to happen if I don't close the doors. Everybody and anybody is going to come and hang out with me, which is fine, but then they get rowdy. So, oh, Jesus. Now, that was a little bit crazy. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Brenda. Um, Let me see. Tara, I see you're here. Susie, how are you? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Yay, it's working. I know, it's just truth. Okay, yeah, well, so I'm going to tell you guys, the truth is, I was busy yesterday. Okay, how many of you knows, hey, Judy, how to sew? Well, with a sewing machine. I hate that word. SEW. I hate the word because I never pronounce it correctly. So how many of you know how to do that? Let's take a poll here. I have to tell you guys, like my aunt and my grandma were pretty much seamstress. They could do anything. My aunt did some of the most beautiful wedding dresses that I can remember. So they were just amazing. And of course, you know how it is. Like at some point, maybe I was in my 30s. Hey, Anita. Hey, Kiwi. Hey, Carrie. How are you? Oh, Susie, good for you. So maybe, I don't know. My daughter was born and I was like, I should learn how to sew, right? Like, I don't know. It seems like something. And I tried it and I was like, all right, ain't for me, guys. And I was with my aunt who lives in Costa Rica. She's the one that's 93 years old. And so I was like, nope, that is not for me. Like life got hectic. I did not have like the money to invest in a sewing machine. And I'm like, not really, not now. Hi, Laura. How are you? And I hope you're all, before I keep going, because I hope you're all safe from the weather. Kiwi, how is your weather? How are you doing? And everybody else. So, anyways, I let it be. I don't know, probably like 15 years ago, one of my daughters asked for a sewing machine, maybe more. I don't even know. Oh, hi, Terry. How are you? So for whatever reason, my stuff is working really, really slow. Like all of it does. Thank you. Oh my God, look at that, Susie. Woohoo! That sounds super cool. So, for whatever reason, my comments are coming like in batches, so I can't like really follow through what you guys are talking. So that's awful. Sorry. Hi, Terry. Oh, you learned. So a lot of you know how to learn. I did not. And again, I was telling you, my daughter has had this sewing machine for like, I don't know, 15 years now. And she started using it when she got it. And then I guess she just lost interest and didn't go any further. And so, anyways, we are, um, talking about it, and we have uh, a few curtains that we got that needed to be hem. And my daughter is just finishing school and just really, really crazy. And then I'm like, I want to do it, right? How hard can this be? Let me tell you guys. It's not hard, but it did take me a little bit of time to kind of figure it out. And I actually even had to like Google how things work because I couldn't remember. But I won. We have hem curtains. So yesterday was pretty busy trying to figure out how to sew, how to get this going, and actually doing it. And so I'm like, okay, I'll leave it for tomorrow in the morning, right? And I just did not have enough time to really complete everything that I was doing. We're doing a very, very simple card, guys. So, oh my God. Okay, so Terry says that she saw her own wedding dress. Oh my God. And her maid of honor, which was her sister. That is amazing, Terry. That's so, so cool. I am so glad that you are okay, Kiwi, and that you still have power and water. Yeah, it's very cold. I think we are, I don't know, 12, 11 degrees. I have not even checked. Um, so I do hope, guys, you stay very safe, and you know you can come up to us. Um, I am going to do this because I was supposed to do something and I just didn't. So give me 1 second so I can try to see if I'm able to fix this. So there's things that I needed to fix before the live, and I got too crazy trying to do some of the just the regular stuff, and now I can't find it. Where is it? Let me see if I find it. And if I don't find it right now, then you'll have, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you, Kiwi. Yeah, I persevered and I managed. Okay, guys, I want to just give you super quick heads up. This is the coming paper pumpkin kit. It has like, hey Karen, how are you? Oh my god, Karen, minus 44 Celsius. So that is probably what, minus 20 or minus, maybe more like 20, minus 25 Fahrenheit, somewhere along those lines. Okay, so this is the coming paper pumpkin kit. It's obviously Easter oriented, and I just really like it. Don't hesitate, guys. Remember, you have until this will be the 10th of February to actually get this one. I am laughing. Kiwi, you are hilarious. This is what she just said. Oh my god, you're so funny, Kiwi. Thank you, Anita, for sharing. Anyways, so that is the new paper pumpkin kit. And I know this is harder to see, but we have these three new kits, and I am hoping that you guys give it a try. We saw them the other day in the live because it was kind of so quickly, right? Went so quickly, but yeah. Don't in the that was in the paper pumpkin kit. We actually unboxed them, the Rock Legend and the Panda Friends, and they're super super cute. Okay. Oh, really, Anita? That is amazing. Oh, Carrie, that's cold. I think it could, not the little bunny. Kiwi, you're so funny. Yeah, that's really cool, guys. Okay, let's go to the crafting table. Here we are. Okay, so we are going to be using today, just because I saw that and I got really excited, and I do really need to get started with my Easter cards. We're going to be using this Easter bunny card stamp set. I did not get yet any of the others from the catalog. Two things. I did get the dies. There is some of those Easter egg dies that I really really like. I did get the dies recently. It's actually coming. Um, and I did. I am thinking of getting the one with the lilies. I think Tara was the one that told me that she got it. That's probably the one I may get. So I'm gonna tell you why. One of the reasons is last year's in a mini catalog they had a very beautiful stamp set with Jesus, and I want to really kind of focus on my Easter card using that stamp set, mainly because it's, Easter. Jesus is the reason for Easter, so I really want to focus on that, right? And so I do love my bunnies, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I really want to focus on that for the cards I'm going to send. And so I'm like, I don't know, I really want to get extras. The lilies, though, seem like a really, really beautiful option, not only for Easter, but just in general. And the dies seem to be really, really beautiful. So I may get that. And the sayings with the lilies kind of are really Easter related, right? So I will get those probably, you know, next month or so. For now, I have this one, and I want to work with this one today, just because I, I'm pretty sure I did not come up with this idea. This is something I've seen many other people doing with not Easter, but with other things. And I thought, oh, that works well for Easter. So we're going to do a couple of very simple cards. So we're going to be using these bunny, and we're going to be using the alphabet a la mode dice. So I really like the other smaller dice, but I don't know why these seem a little bit more of elegant. Oh, okay, so I'm just paying attention. Carrie and Kiwi, just please stay warm and safe. Susie says that she's getting a bit of snow and it's cold and windy. Yeah, I am kind of in hibernation too, guys. And then Susie says, "Will you be foiling some of your eggs?" I don't think I've ever done foiling. What do you mean by that, Susie? So again, I'm gonna be using these, and we're gonna be using the card. Um, I don't know, how do you say this? So we're gonna be using the actual letters and then the negative of the letters too. So that give me one second, because I think I may have. Okay, we're gonna improvise here, same as we always have to do. Um, let me see. Forget it, guys. 1 second. I'm sorry. I needed a piece of boho glue, guys. I'm so sorry, and I completely forgot to bring it. Okay, so we're going to, again, like I was saying, we're going to be using the actual letters, and then we're going to be using the negative of it to create two different cards, okay? So let me bring my big friend. I should get the small one, right? Like, it will be probably much easier than this huge, humongous friend. I'm gonna bring my plates, and if you're new to die cutting, guys, this is Stampin'Up's die cut machine, die cut and embossing machine. I absolutely love it. Most embossing machines have the same concept, and that is we have a, you know, thicker one plate, thick plate, and then several plates that you put on top. So um, these come conveniently numbered, right? 1, 2, and these are our number 3s. As you guys can tell, mine are very crazy. Oh, Susie, Susie. Susie, I want a foiling machine. No, I want to learn how to foil. I don't know anything about it. So maybe eventually I will get it. I will get into it. But no, not yet. Or maybe I get into it and I'll let you know. Susie, what machine do you have? So as you can tell, guys, I have a very, again, well loved piece that is going, the one that goes in the back. And this is, I keep there, so the top one, it's a little cleaner ish, right? Like suffering less. So this is what I did. This piece, guys, is a piece of 4 5/8 by 3 3/8, and I put my words in here. Can you tell? See, yes, I aligned them as best as I can, and then I brought a big piece of the post-it tape, and I have this post-it tape, okay, and I put it on top. And so we're going to have here Easter, just the word. It is a line, I hope so. Thank you, Elizabeth. And we're just going to run this through real quick, and I'm going to move this, sorry guys, this, and we are going to cut this. We may be using the, whoops, it makes a lot of cracking noises, this machine here in a little bit. So I'm actually not going, and I'm going to move our friends here. Sorry, guys. Okay, that sounds super awful. Sorry. I'm going to bring my friend here, and we'll have it there because we're probably going to use it. The Spellbinder Glimmer works great. So Susie, you'll have to teach me. I don't have a clue about any of that. I have seen it in other stampers, but I have not, really like learned about it, and I really would like to. So we have here our words, right? Let's see. Easter, is it all here? I may be missing one. Yes, I'm missing the S. Now, very carefully, I'm going to remove these post-it tape because I am going to use this piece. Okay, so I'm removing this. There it goes. Putting that there because I said very carefully, and that was kind of rebellious there. So back in here, let's go and remove this. Okay, and now the S is there. Whoops. Did I mention rebellious here? Okay, I'm going to put, guys, I know I've told you about this thing, but it is really important for you to remember. Hey, Rosie, welcome. Remember to protect and not lose your dies. So I have my magnet die in here, my magnet bowl in there, and that will keep my dies safe. So I am going to put these aside for 1 minute, but I am going to put them here in my little place where I put everything, my little bowl, because guys, I lose stuff, so I don't want to do it. And we're going to start working with these pieces, and I know it's towards the edge in here, so it's not centered, and oops, that's not cool. I just get that dirty. We're going to use our beautiful rubber eraser that is the best thing in the whole wide world. Okay, I am going to use actually 2 card bases, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to put that card base there, one of them there. And I'm going to fold this in half, bring my bone folder, and go ahead and crease that bone, crease that bone folder, crease that fold that we just made. I have a beautiful piece of my beautiful countryside in DSP that you guys know I love. It has those little bunnies, and so of course it had to come. And we're going to do some Easter card in tones of blue, and I don't think that'll be a problem. And the other thing I'm going to bring is a piece of boho blue. So this is how the card is going to look. I have to cut this piece and adjust it, but this is going to go like this. And I really think that is a wonderful idea. So before we go anything crazy, I actually need to stamp my happy. And I'm going to use the happy that comes in here, right? Very simple. We're going to just mask Easter. And we are going to go ahead and stamp happy. Okay. And I think I'm going to bring a navy blue. Maybe Misty Moonlight. Just because I really like it a little darker. Okay, so we're going to cover our Easter here. So we have just the happy in there. And I'm going to bring it like that, making sure it's all covered. All is covered. And here comes the part that I probably should have done beforehand if I would have thought about this a little bit. So I'm trying to not even get the Easter that dirty, not dirty, with ink. I'm going to remove that just in case, and I'm just going to put this happy right on top of my Easter here. And I'm trying to align, hoping this is straight. Guys, I can't see, and I don't want to put my big head in here. I'm actually moving a little bit towards the right now. Not completely aligned with. Okay, I hope that works. That makes me so happy, guys. Okay. So now that we have that done, I'm going to put that out there. Let me remove that. Oh my God, Rosie. Rosie says it was -12 when she started her day in Kansas. That is quite cold, my friend. Yeah, I have to tell you, like I've said before, my chickens are not highly impressed by this. Okay, so we know that these piece is 4 and 5/8, right? Remember, all those measurements are going to be there. And so I am going to cut this at 4 and 5/8 right there. Actually, guys, don't get upset with me. I'm going to cut it. I think I'm going to cut it at 4.5. I don't want to risk it. So let's go with 4 and 5/8. Might as well, right? And then I'm just going to remove this edge in here, right? So the main problem is getting these well in here. So it's not, it's all covered, I guess is what I'm trying to say, okay? So you can do this. Actually, let me bring this. You can totally not include the paper and just include some pattern paper. I just thought it looks busy and I didn't like it. I preferred the cardstock. And so, see, something like this, it looks so much better. You can actually see it. And I forgot to, okay. I probably throw it away because, of course, we need the little thingy of the A. So, and the thing of the R. Yeah, and I threw them both away. So I'm going to bring the E. Let's see, here's the A. I'm going to bring the A, and I am going to bring the R, which are the ones that we are needing. And real quick, I have my machine right there. Let me grab a little piece. And I'm just going to run this so I can get these going correctly. And I'm here. Okay. Super quick, guys. I just don't want to bring this there with all the cards in there, with all the card stuff, because I'm just going to lose stuff. Okay. I'm here. I'm sorry. Did somebody else uh, saw me throwing them away and thought, ooh, she might need those? So now we have, you know, a couple of extra letters in there in case we lose them. Oh, yes, Kiwi, I agree with you. No, Kiwi, we don't have that. Um, so a long time ago, and let me put these two pieces here. This is the story. A long time ago, when we were starting the whole chicken idea, what I read, and I may be mistaken, right? But what I read is that chickens will develop the kind of feather they need to, yeah, the kind of feather or the thickness in the feather they will need to survive. And so we did not, this one seems a little bit empty. We did not do that. The coop is insulated. It's very well built. It has, enough some ventilation for them to be safe and all that good stuff. But it is, well, again, it's really well built, and so we have not really focused on that. Uh, like in right now, because it's going to be cold and it's going to be colder tonight. We did like fix or try to like cover those areas where there's more possibility for the air to like come through. But all in all, we don't have a heated coop. um, all I have read is that it's not good for them, um, and that it's dangerous. And so once they say dangerous, I'm like, okay, I'm out. Okay, so I am actually put, you saw the glue on my boho blue. And so you guys see how I did this thing like that. So I'm going to do that thing that is not straight. There I am on this side. And I am actually doing this on the back. So it's much easier for me to see that it's going to cover it all. And there it goes. Okay, so we have our happy Easter. And now this is going to go on top of here, and this is going to go on top of our stuff in here. Let me bring my two pieces in here so I don't, let's add those right now. Okay, these need to stay. I'm going to bring a little bit of glue in here, guys, because they are very rebellious and not staying. Okay, got it. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does have some glue in there from the Post-it. So I'm just removing that. So let's bring, here is that piece for the R. And I'm just going to put, a couple of dots in there and align this centered and put it as best as we can. And then I'm going to bring the little triangle for the A. And this is much smaller, so I'm going to just keep making bubbles. Let me see. Oh, that is so funny. So Susie is saying I may have to sew some quilts for the chickens. That is kind of funny. Let me remove that. Goes a little bit there, a little lower. Um, they they probably would like that. Maybe, I don't know. They're so nasty, right? Like in so many ways that you just don't want to like put so many things in their way that does not allow them to properly be cleaned. That's the most important. When you have chickens, the most important thing is keeping them clean. And so, yeah, so this is going to go in here. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue. But I mean, they have, I'm going to tell you, they have a lot of, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting. They have a lot of hay and, like I took them in the morning, some eggs, so they're warm, right? Some they're just scrambled eggs, right? But I took some scrambled eggs for them with some rice, and it's warm, not hot because that will burn them, but it's warm, and also like the water was warm. The water was not cold when I took it there, and so yeah, I just think it does. You have to be mindful of how to take care of them. But yeah, by the time when I am sewing quilts, Susie, I don't know what kind of time. I have heard that quilting is a very expensive experience. So I don't think I'm going to be working on that anytime soon. I already have one addiction. I don't need any assistance with something extra. And this is just going to go in our card base. So very simple card. All you need to do is cut. And what I like is that we're going to make two cards with the same with leftovers. So this is the first card. We have Happy Easter. Now, of course, you guys, I had to do some coloring because I got that. And how many? We have 3 roosters and I want to say 19 chickens. Okay, so this is my little bunny right there. I absolutely love. Hi, Jenna. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. So beautiful. My favorite bunny is this one sitting. I like the other one. If you remember the one, the stamps, it brings 3 of them, but this is so cute. Now, this is an old one, and I just want to show you guys how much even my coloring has improved. Oh, that's what I have heard, Kiwi. See how difficult, not difficult, how much alcohol I used in this image here. Let me put it up here much closer to you. You see that the line kind of even kind of got, I'm not sure what the word is, but got, ah, I'm thinking Spanish, guys. Okay, the line, it's no longer a line, a defined line. It got blurred. That's the word. So the line got blurred because I used so much alcohol coloring this kiddo. And I did that because I didn't know well my markers, right? This is all about knowing well your markers, especially with Stampin' Up markers. So this is today's effort. And I'm going to put them side by side, and you see how much cleaner and nicer these bunny looks, right? Much a much better coloring job in this kid, just because again I have to learn and to know to work with my markers. Thank you, Carrie, I appreciate that. So this friend is going to come in here. I'm going to put him towards the edge in there, and it's going to cover that Easter a tiny bit, and I'm okay with this. And all I did extra is from that stamp set it brings a few flowers, and I'm just going to bring them anywhere, right? I just thought one there, maybe just like that, maybe like a little lower there. I'm going to bring one to the top, maybe around here, and I have three of them. And blurred, yes, thank you, Kiwi. And I have one, and I even left that flower white because it makes a lot of sense to me. So I'm just going to put them like there. So we have three different flowers. I may put this one in here with the R towards the edge there. Something like that. What do you guys think? The last thing that I did not bring were some of the, we can use, these are the blueberry bushel, but I don't, not that. Let's see. These are the Misty Moonlight. We can use these. I like that. So very, very simple card. The last thing that I thought I wanted to do and I completely forgot was bringing the little butterfly, and we can try to stamp it and color it real quick, and maybe let's see, this is stamping. Oh my God, really, Brenda? Oh my God, that is so funny. So yeah, and like I said, I have seen a lot of using, both. I'm gonna bring this one here because once it's here, it's gonna be very hard. Look, I'm gonna take a risk, guys. Let's take a risk today. I'm gonna bring this one here, and I'm gonna put it there. Ah, yes, it worked. It worked. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that out there. I'm gonna bring the boho blue, and just to keep it up, I'm gonna bring the light mossy meadow. So these are boho. These include I love this color combination. So Misty Moonlight and boho blue work very well together. Yes, yes, please, Brenda. I love that. So I'm gonna bring the mossy meadow just to bring something different to break out our boho blue. So I'm gonna make the dots here mossy meadow. And this is the light mossy meadow. And guys, I am not going to blend anything or do anything. This is obviously a very, very, very small area, so we don't need anything. Now goes back, okay, I'm going to use this piece of paper. Goes back to what I'm telling you. So I think that my studio or my craft room, I have a window right in front of me, guys, and I can feel the cold air coming, and I think the cold really, really affects the markers because they've been like leaking today. So I'm going to show you again because I like this. I like to show you. This is my light boho blue, and I mark the light one. I don't mark the dark one. That's way easier, right? So I have This is one color. This is the brush tip. And then we have the bullet tip. Look at that. Okay. And this is, yes, it's the same one. And let me show you, this is the dark one. And again, I think it has to do with the fact that they are in an area where it is colder. But look at that. So that's very dark. So now you have 3 colors within these and you don't need anything else. But look at what I discovered today. Look how light that is. And this is the dark boho blue. So you have to get to know your markers. Otherwise, you're going to be working harder than you need with them. So I'm just going to bring this one, and this is a darker, so my mistake, not that one. This one, this is the boho blue. This is the light boho blue, which ended up being darker for whatever reason. Right, and I'm just going to use those 2 and bring the other one, which we just found out that this is very light, right? And I'm going to use that one and color around. Very simple. I am not even really trying to make a lot of blending, guys, because this is a very, very small image, right? And so, but just a tiny bit to give it a little bit of depth. That's all. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring our, if I find them, maybe not. They're always missing. So we're going to bring some dimensionals, of course, for our little bunny here because he deserves to be looked up high. And let me bring one of the small dimensionals. I don't know what the other one is. Could I have used it already? That's maybe. I don't know. And I'm going to bring one of these smaller ones for one of the ears here. Whoops, that's stuck in there. And one of the smaller one for this ear too. So they are all balanced. Oh, that's great, Brenda. Wonderful. I am so glad you like it. It is a very, very simple card, right? But hence simple stamping. I told you guys I'm trying very hard. So I'm putting my bunny all the way here. I should have done this a little bit higher. I didn't think of that, but that's fine, guys. Everybody will understand that it's Easter and it's celebrating Easter, right? I don't think there's any if I say that. So I'm going to cover with these flower. Thank you, Tara. This corner. I want to cover that corner just like that, kind of, okay? And I'm not going to put them up necessarily. Not this anyways. We already put up the bunny. So I think that that's good enough. And I'm going to move it a little bit towards there. So it's more like in the corner. And then I'm going to bring this one. And I'm going to put it and leave some space between this one and this one. And put this one more in the middle. But as you guys can tell, this is a little bit long, right? In here. So I'm just going to push it up. I don't care. Like I said, people know that it says Easter, right? It's not a, what's the name of this? It's not a, oh, what if I just do this instead? No, I like this better. Okay, so we got that there. Okay, and now we have the last one. Thank you, Anita. And we're going to bring our Easter, this one in here. And I just want that there. So I'm going to remove a little bit this. Should have thought about it, but I'm going to bring this one on top here. So moving these towards the R there, underneath the bunny. And now we're going to glue this, right? I always do things backwards, but that's fine, guys. Let me move this a tiny bit. Give it a round. Nah, it came off anyways. Okay, fine. You see it here. So very, very simple card, but I think it's super cute. Easy to make, several of them, right? I'm not going to decorate the inside, to be honest. We're going to bring these are the tinsel gems, and I think it has Misty Moonlight, Fresh Freesia will be this Lost Lagoon. I think that one's Lost Lagoon. Although it's not like a really clear Lost Lagoon to me. But that's fine, I guess. Okay, this one is Rebellious. So I'm going to bring... So let's bring one up here. I'm going to bring this one up here because we have the ability to make this with a lot of... and I'm going to bring one right here with the... oh my god. We can... And then that happens. Let's see. Where do I want this friend? And I think I want this friend in here. And I don't know if you guys can see this. But I actually, there's like a hair of the dogs in there. Ah, there it is. And if you want more of this, yes, I agree, Tara. Thank you, Judy. I appreciate. Place upright with the side that is slide. Oh, thank you, Susie. I appreciate that. That's a great tip, and we're going to highlight it for those of all. So we were talking about my markers having issues, probably because of the cold and where they're placed. And here's my little example. And so these two are the dark boho blue, and these are the light boho blue. And what Susie is saying is just to put it upright on the side that's lighter for about half hour, and then the ink will flow. I like that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Susie. Great tip. So again, very simple. Oh, I was saying that you can bring some of these if you want it into the flowers, right? So you can bring one in here if you wanted. And I actually really like that. And I'm going to bring, wish I didn't do that, but yeah. I'm going to bring this one here. Let me center it. Maybe. Just like that. And so you just have an extra detail there, right? And let's bring this one here, even if using my take your pick to even these out. Okay, so thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that. Oh my God, Adrian. Oh, thank you, Adrian. I'm glad that you like it. It's a very, very simple card, okay? This is the first one. Let's go ahead and bring the next one. So let me remove these and put this in here. So same as before, kind of, sort of, but not really. So we have our card base here. Same card base, white card base. Guys, I'm working with white. I'm being very, very adventurous. And then I brought a piece of, this is the, why do I forget its name all the time? Lighter Than Air DSP. Okay, I think it's very, very, I was going to say Christmassy, but it's not Christmassy, Eastery. And then we're going to do the same, and I hope I find it. If I don't find it, guys, okay, I was going to say, I cut two of them, a piece of white paper. This piece is actually a little bit bigger than the previous piece. This is 4 3/8 by 3.5, so tiny, tiny bit bigger. But this is going to go in here. Now we're going to bring our Easter, and I'm going to show you more or less how this is going to go, but we still have a lot to do. So I'm going to bring my Easter in here, and we're going to leave them white. I know it's very hard to see. We're going to create something to make them Easter. Okay. We can do two things, and I have been debating about this. There we go. If I want to like use some color in them, I'm not decided yet. I know it's very hard to see in the camera, but you can totally see it in here. Let me bring this up here for a second. Let's see. So you can totally see it. I like the white on white idea. Oh, thank you, Jen. I appreciate. I that's wonderful, Jen. I appreciate it. So that is the start. Now, Let me bring the next bunny. So this is the next bunny. I did use some, I used, let me see which one. I used the pecan pie markers, and then I used some of our, I don't change, remember, it's only Stampin' Up! Our pencil colors to kind of deepen and create a little bit of fluff. So it looks a little bit more realistic, a tiny bit. These are not realistic animals, right? I'm not coloring a image of a real looking bunny, right? It is kind of cartoonish, so I don't have to worry about it. I did bring the, let me see which one. It's called basic gray. Is it? Yeah, the basic gray pencil to create some of that fluffiness also in the fur for the little bunny. And so this bunny, and we're gonna keep with the same idea. This bunny is gonna go here. Okay, so we have this now. Do you notice something different between this bunny and this bunny? Let's see if we have good eye paying attention here. Besides the colors, of course. And besides, I'm going to give you a couple of seconds because I know that it takes some time. But I did want to bring out that I used the Calypso coral just a tiny bit here in the ears. Can you notice? So the base is petal pink, but then I use a pencil to kind of deepen that. Okay, back to this. Does anybody see the difference in here? I'm going to give 2 more seconds. I don't see anybody answering. So I'm going to put that one there. I'm going to bring this in here. And the difference is, let me show you. The difference is the ink I used. And so I'm going to talk about other types of ink in that coloring group that we are going to be making soon. But I did ink them, or yeah, stamp them, sorry. This one is in black and this one is using smoky slate. And do you see how much clearer this is? So that's what's going on here. Although this is not light, so you still have a line in here, it's a lot more discreet, right? So I like that a little better. So we are going to color these very, very quick. I know this is a regular ink, and it does, doesn't it, Adrian? I really, really like how fluffy it looks. And it was just using the pencil. So very, very useful. So I have these two. We're going to try to color two and cut them. And I need to speed up this thing. So the paper here, let me bring this up. And I know I've been talking a lot today. Says that it has a Sure Afternoon, Balmy Blue, Bubble Bath, Fleur Flamingo, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lolly, Petal Pink, and Pool Party. But I was trying. I don't see it here now. I was trying these out, guys. Well, I don't see it, but that's fine. And I don't know about you, but let me bring this piece I'm bringing. I'm using, not bringing. So I can totally see the Flirty Flamingo. That's probably this one, right? And then this is Petal Pink. Wouldn't you say this is somewhere along the lines of Calypso Coral? I don't know. So maybe I'm just being too picky. So let's bring this piece here. And I'm going to bring the blenders because that's what I'm going to be using. So let's say, see, I think they're just definitely struggling today. So I don't know. Does that look like? Let me bring Calypso. Calypso Coral, and I'm gonna bring the light Calypso Coral. So, what you guys think? You see what I'm seeing? Like these seems like Calypso Coral to me a whole lot more than Flirty Flamingo, right? You don't. So this is Fresh Freesia. This should be Bubble Bath, but this is the one that is like getting me. So this is Flirty Flamingo, but that is not Flirty Flamingo to me. I don't know. Can you see the difference in here? And I'm going to punt it up here so you guys can see it. And this is the live Calypso Coral. So I'm going to bring the dark Calypso Coral. And I know this is quite dark, but it's even more, the undertone is closer to the Calypso Coral than this one. Okay, up to you guys. I am going to go with, I'm going to color this, and I'm going to use in here, I'm going to use the light Calypso Coral. Tiny hints of the dark Calypso Coral, and then I'm going to use the dark Flirty Flamingo too. So I'm going to use those three colors to play with in our flowers. And then I might use these separately because this has these, let me bring this. This stamp has like these three bigger flowers and then these buds, and I will use that. And I'm still deciding. So it's Lost Lagoon. And where's my other Lost Lagoon? Huh. Gone with the wind, guys. Oh, no, it's here, guys. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. And I found out that this is elegantly called swatching your colors. So this is my light. Remember, I always mark my light one so I can difference them from the darker one. Okay, same color, right? Dark, and this is the bullet point, and then this is the brush. This is the dark one. So what I do is I keep brushes in the same point and, you know, much darker. And here's the brush. Okay, so this is the darkest of them all, it looks to me. Right? Let me bring this in here so I don't lose things, and I have my pieces here. So that's what we have. So these are the leaves, and I'm going to use these to color this one. And this one I'm not going to color with that, but at least this one, okay? So again, which one which one did we decide was darker? I think it was this, or it can be this bullet. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of coloring here, guys. These are again very small areas, and we don't want to our ink to really give up on us because this is just our regular ink, right, guys? And so we have to be very careful here, kind of playing with fire, which is why, of course, I have my black one here. So, Susie, I'll talk to you. We'll do something here about the blending in a minute, about the blender here in a minute, and I'll tell you. So, wait, I almost made a mistake. We decided that the lightest was this one, right? There it is. So I'm going to bring the lightest real quick on top of the, there you go, on top of what we've already colored real quick. Real softly, right? There's not a whole lot in here to mix and match, guys, because we, like I said, we don't want to play a whole lot with this image because it's stamped in our regular inks, and it can give up on us. So we don't want that to happen. And I'll address Susie's question towards the end of the live, if that's okay, Susie. Mainly because I want to do that with an example, and I want to finish the card for those that need to leave. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tara. I appreciate that for saying that. I did not know there was a question. Thank you. You have defined yourself as the catalog person. I mean, answering questions. And now I'm going to bring these Calypso corals, and I'm going to use the same thing. That's very, very dark. More or less the same color. Oops. Much, much lighter, right? And this is a little darker. Do you see that? Okay, so I'm going to use the whichever. It looks to me that the bullet point is darker. So I'm going to use the brush on just a few little areas. Okay. And so I'm coloring these four, sorry, bigger flowers. And now I'm bringing this one, and I decided that that is the nib, right? The nub. That one's a little darker, so I'm going to bring that. I'm going to start building on that slowly, building on that out very, very carefully, trying not to use a lot of ink because, like I said, that'll be risky. I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk here, but I don't know if you guys can tell. So this needs a little bit of darker there. You cannot get too picky here, guys. And now I'm gonna bring lastly, we said this one. Let's do this one. And we're going to color the rest. It should go on top of what you've already colored, right? And off. There's another area that we need a little bit of a darker. And same here, on top of everything and off and on top of everything. And again, I am not trying to actually make a lot of blending and color difference in here because these, we are using just our regular, our regular basic, great smoky slate to stamp this. But can you tell how beautiful this looks? Now there is tiny bit there, and I'm just going to put that there. Thank you. Hi, Cynthia. You see how beautiful that looks? Now let me put this in here. Does this look more attuned with that color? I think it does, guys. Much more attuned. I'm gonna do some softly blending in here. Again, softly is the word. So it blends a little bit better, but not a whole lot. Okay, just a tiny bit. And then I am thinking I should bring probably the lemon lollies, to color those buds. So we have a variety of colors, right? So same. Don't think I don't ever do this because otherwise I don't know exactly how to make the most out of my markers. So this is pretty bright. Okay. It's like, whoa, somebody turn on the sun. So I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use the bullet just because these are such small areas, right? So I'm going to go here. And this is all slowly and bring in the rest. We're not going to see a whole lot of a difference here. And I am, okay, there you go. Because I'm not concerned about blending a whole lot, very small area. But look how beautiful that looks. Look how cute that looks on that there. Doesn't that look super cute? Now we have this other image here. And I forgot to tell you guys, I'm so sorry. This belongs to Dainty Delight. And if you've been here before, you guys know how much I love Dainty Delight, right? It's one of my faves. So I don't know if you see this, and this has blues. I feel like we need to put some blue in here, right? Like, I don't know. Should we? This looks so delicate. So it's really beautiful. Like, that is a wonderful stamp. But I think we need to use maybe like blue and the Flirty Flamingo. I'm going to start with the Flirty Flamingo here. And I'm going to I'm going to assume these are like little flowers because I just want the color. So I'm going to do just dots in the ones that I'm going to make Flirty Flamingo-ish. Okay. which is not all of them. And then I'm going to bring, and again, very small image. So not a whole lot of blending going on in here. Okay, that is not, there it goes. And I'm going to bring the balmy blue if I find them. At least the balmy blue. Ah, these are balmy blue. Let me do this one thing. Do I want a sure afternoon? That's the question. Ooh, well, that's strong. That is a very strong color. But I think I'm going to go with the light. So again, don't ever be scared of mixing and matching. Oh, this is the Tahitian tide. Just kidding. That's why it was so dark. This is a sure afternoon. Oh, good, guys. My bad. So another one. Oh, much darker. And this is the light one. Okay. So it did say a sure afternoon. This is our sure afternoon. That is far too dark for me. I am not going to use that, but I am going to bring the Tahitian tide. And I'm going to use this because I like these color combo better. Okay. And I have my image here. So I'm going to hurry. I know it's late. So I'm going to use the lighter of, okay, let me swatch in here so you guys see what I am seeing. So this is the light Tahitian tide. This is the light balmy blue. And I just think these two are definitely not good friends. So I am going to go with these two. I'm just looking if there's any other blue, but I think they're dark. We're going to do it. Bring up here. This is the dark. Very little. Just like dots. I am like literally putting 3 dots in here. 3 or 4 dots. Okay. And then, no, I'm not going to use that one. I'm glad you see the Calypso coral now. I'm glad. And just bring in this one. You always have to go on top of what you've colored before. It helps to create that ombre look, right? It helps with the blending. And that's it, guys. So I want you to see I had all these in here. What a mess. If I could show you the mess I have on top of there, you would laugh. Now I'm gonna bring this in here. Let me see. Let's put our friend back in there so we can actually do our cutting. And yes, I have all my cutting thingies here because you guys know how much I love these. And I save every single thing I cut. There they are. All the time. I think it's totally worth it. And we're going to bring some of my Post-it tape. And we're going to have this in here. Whoops, there it goes. Mostly, yeah. So one, we're going to bring the other one. And like I said, I should have done this beforehand, but I just did not have time, guys. So it's going to go a little bit. The balmy blue. So this is what I have found out. And if somebody thinks I'm mistaken, please tell me so. I think that some of our, sorry guys, I'm just focusing here and trying to get this really well aligned. I think that some of our markers they're a little bit, I don't want to say different, but you have to play with them. Okay, guys, please tell me I'm not going to lose my letters. That would be very annoying. Okay, so now I can't find the other plate here. That would be not fun. Oh my gosh, here it is. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if you guys have felt that. I think that the inks and the papers and the cardstock are always spot on, but the markers are a little bit different. And maybe people can correct me if I'm wrong. I just sometimes I feel that it's probably harder to come up with the exact color. Um, I don't know. I just always felt that they're a little bit off compared to the other stuff, or compared to what. Sorry, guys. Compared to what we're used to, in that perfect, color matching that Stampin' Up has. I really, that's me. That's my observation. Somebody may come and say you are completely mistaken. I'll take it. I really, I'm not here to fight, right? Like, fine. If I'm mistaken, I'm mistaken. I just don't feel like they are as perfect as the other stuff. It may be that the colors are hard when it comes to markers to maintain the same, because it's added, maybe the solvent that is added to markers, which is in the end just alcohol. I don't know. Anyways, guys, most of the time that has been my experience, which leads me back to just don't assume things and try your markers, right? Otherwise, your markers, I mean, you're just assuming things and then you're like, oh, this didn't work exactly like I wanted, but that's because you didn't get to know your markers, and that's the most important thing. And does that mean that you have to do that every time? Yeah, I think that every time, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is stuff that's happened to me, so that's how I know. um, Once your marker, you've been using your marker for a while, guess what? Then it does have less solvent, less color in it, and yeah, sometimes it just works differently. And so it sounds to me like it's kind of boring, but the truth is, I think it's what's worth it. It's to kind of have that there that way. Okay, so we have. Okay, I don't even know what that is. I'm going to bring our two pieces. We're going to glue this and we're going to start getting these ready, guys. I'm so sorry it's taking me so long. That's why I don't do coloring. It always takes me so long when I do coloring. I talk too much. Bottom line, like, there's nothing new about that statement. I just talk too much. Okay, so we're going to bring these in here. I am going to bring our, where is it? So, come on, don't get dirty. I'm just thinking, putting like some grass so we can put the grass for the letters, right? So I'm bringing my small, let's see, this one will do. One of my blocks, and I'm bringing Lost Lagoon. Where are you? And so I am just going to go about maybe 3/4 of an inch in here, right? Okay, guys, putting this straight. And grass is not exactly even, so I'm not even concerned if it's not going straight. Well, it doesn't matter because I am going to bring the lightest of the Lost Lagoon that we found, which was this one. And I'm going to like bring it down a tiny bit. So I'm coloring this, keeping that very softly. I am not doing anything here, guys. Let me push a little bit, sorry. So we finished today. You guys know what I have? I have my coffee there waiting for me. Okay, moving forward, guys. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Don't move too fast because then you'll make mistakes like I did there. Yes, yes. Susie's saying some of these are having issues. Yes, I think that it's just logical for you to try the tools that you are going to be using, right? Like in the end, that's what it is. You need to know your tools, and in this case, your markers. And um, I am not going to talk about other markers because last time I could not stop saying the names. I have not used tons of other markers, by the way, but other brands of markers. But I think that it's important for you to be able to trust what you're doing, and the only way to do that is knowing your markers. There's just no way around it, right? And we're going to go ahead and bring this in here. And so yesterday, when I was planning this card in my head, I was thinking, we don't have a whole lot of like Eastery paper, but this paper, oh Jesus, I forget the name again. I mean, because why would I remember? Not enough coffee. Is that a sign of not enough coffee? The lighter than air DSP does help a lot with some of those more Eastery colors. We're going to have the same. We're going to bring our little bunny in there, and that's like a big thing. And this is what I was telling you guys. So we're going to bring our E back in here. So we have and color. What do you guys think? Okay, here's the moment. Shall we try to color these in another color? Because my thought is we can put one in here, like this one, these flowers in there, right? And then we'll put the E on top. What do you guys think? Or, maybe like this, there, like on one side, and then the E on top. Should we color them? I'll wait for you. And then this other one, I just feel like this is such a happy one that we can just put it in here, just like that. And then we'll put the Easter in here. I'm going to wait for you, but I am feeling that I can't see very well those letters. Let me rephrase this. I can hear, but I can't see them very, very well. Like you're not able to see it. So I want to see what you guys think. Maybe in bubble bath. Shall we do that? You know what? Let me bring the lighter bubble bath. Color with dovers. That's a good idea. Okay, so let's move in here. I'm going to bring these B's. Okay, so we have all our letters. Okay, I was like, oh my God, I really lost one. So Judy is saying to color with dovers. I like that idea. Let's see where, oops. Well, it'd be awesome if my thingy's open, but now it's not open. There we go. Where are my daubers? Man, I have to figure out where is everything because I don't know, guys. So I'm just glad you guys know. This is how I work. I think it's right here. Smoky. Millimembo. So somewhere around these lines, if I don't find it, I sure have a few of these. So I'm going to grab one of these white ones. Oh my gosh, I have a bubble bath. So do we want to shade them? And here we have, remember that we have an extra one. Ta-da! We can try it out. Where is my... So we can try them out. That's the good news. So I'm going to dauber it use the dauber because it was suggested, and it's just such an easy way to really work this through. So we have our R. I'm going to put my marker there. This one out of the messy in here. And so just bring in this here, right? And then we can compare. What you guys think? And let's put this one here just because, right? And then we're going to use this one. Well, that you can barely see it that way. I can't see it. The thing is, it's so funny. In real life, you can totally see them. So what do you guys think? Colored or white? I like the idea of white. Susie's got it. I think I'm going to go with Susie's idea. I'm going to move this out of here for 1 second. I want to bring my... And I don't know, this is not Balmy Blue. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to bring Balmy Blue if I find it. Where are you? And we're going to create... First thing we're going to do is we're going to create some of a quote-unquote sky, right? There. To create some contrast. And as you guys can tell, guys, I'm barely coloring this. It's quite minimal. Can you tell? But I can see it. So there it goes. A little bit of blue. And this is Balmy Blue. So can you tell? It's very little, but when you put the white, you'll probably be able to see it. See? Now it's much more distinguished. So colored. Okay, so... Okay, we have the R. I don't need to color that again. Let's bring those out of the way. This out of Mayhem. We'll bring our piece. Sorry, guys. I just don't want to mess this up. And we're going to bring our letters. Let me bring my... Take your peek here, because otherwise it'll take me forever while I figure out how to pick this up. We have an R already. Okay, don't go away, Miss E. And we're going to go ahead. And I'm just like pushing on it mainly because these are very thin letters, right? And so I just want to remind you guys that if you do a regular like circular motion on them, I think they will give in. So just saying. The other thing that just occurred to me is that we could have done kind of following the it's not a rainbow, but kind of following the color pattern in the paper, but too late. So there we go. They do look lovely in the in the bubble bath, guys. I have to say, looks really lovely. Look how beautiful they look. So back to our... And I put this one on the edge in here. And we're just starting to focus on putting this in here. Okay. there's one other thing that we need to do, but I'm going to put this in first so I have an idea of what I need to do. And that is putting our happy Easter, you know. So there you go. There's the S. There's the T. Oh, just want to know where I am putting things. This does not need to be. So I need to put these in my happy in there. Looking for my other bunny. And I'm going to put him down below, just like I did with the others. So I'm going to straighten this up and push the whole wording a little bit. Or the whole letters, not wording, a little bit. And that way he can fit in there very well. These are going to be a little closer to each other. And I was like, did I lose my thingy? And I'm going to put this one behind him, just like that, but little, what's the name of this? A little diagonal way. And then we'll put our happy here. Okay? And because I like Lost Lagoon and Bubble Bath together so much, we're going to bring our Lost Lagoon. And I'm taking a chance here, but the Easter is well separated from the happy. And so I'm not even going to mask it in here. No matter what, I'm making sure. And I'm keeping this all like that so I can stamp. And I'm going to bring this dun, 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 here. And I'm going to put the happy in there. And there it goes. And this is definitely a very happy card. My word. Oh, thank you. Yes, Judy is in Facebook and she's saying rainbow style colors would have been pretty, and I agree. But anyways, so here's what I am seeing, and this is me being a little picky. And I know we're late, but I'm going to bring this is the Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to lighten that a little bit. And I'm just going over, let me bring the darker one. There. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. Mostly because I like these. Let me see how to say it. So these colors, and I have said this in the past, most of the new colors that we got in this catalog, there are most of them, they're very cold colors or cool colors, right? More on the bluish side. And so this color combination is not the exception. So I brought this so I could turn that lower down that a little bit, and so that Calypso Coral has a little bit too much of a warmer tone. And so I just want to cool it off a little bit. It's just a tiny bit, but you see how much that changed, and I like it much better. Okay, it's time to put our card together. Thank you. Carrie says that she likes how to use the grass. Okay, let me remove this. I did that too quickly to like ground our wording. I removed everything too quickly, and I really don't want to, right? So I want this guy there. I just want to make sure that everything fits so I don't have to move anything. Not yet. There you go. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave everything as is and then bring my glue, my fine tip glue from Stampin' Up. I know that that glue has been gone for a very, very long time at this point in time, but I have kept refilling it, and it's the best, one of the best fine tips that I've had. I know that in the past I've used some others, and I've seen other demonstrators using others. I completely love this one. I'm not even kidding, guys. Okay, that moved, of course, because it's glue, and glue gives you that leeway, and guess what? Marie always makes a mess of that leeway. Glue and I are still getting to know each other. We are in the, acquaintance age. We're still not best friends. But if you're new here, you'll know that you don't know that I have used most of the time since I became a demonstrator making my, is that looking straight? Making videos, I started using the Stampin' Seal Plus. But for whatever reason, we were bestest of friends, guys. Loved it to pieces. And then one day it was just like, nope, we're no longer good friends. See ya. And so I started making it, like, it stopped working and it was not working correctly for me, and I was very upset. And so moved on to glue. And that's the story of our friendship with the Stampin' Seal Plus. Um, the Tombow, guys, is the best thing in the whole wide world, and so why risk it, right? I'm moving these a tiny bit. So I'm trying to keep more or less the same space, right, of course. But you have to also be like mindful where this friend is going to and where the R is going to be, right? And so that looks good. Oh, I can actually, that looks good. We made it, guys. Okay, and the R. I really, really like the bubble bath, guys. It's such a beautiful color. So we're gonna bring our thingy here because I like it like that. I like it diagonal, guys. Yes, totally right, Judy. I just didn't use it because, I'm gonna move this a tiny bit. There. Um, because I removed them from the other piece. And so I just did not want to get it complicated, I guess. But yes, the best way to do this is using adhesive paper. You are totally right. And so I'm going to bring my friend. I don't know why, if I'm using this when I bring the other one. So I'm going to bring it all the way here to the R, including the R, or on top of the R is what I'm trying to say. And that is because I want my bunny to go here, but I want it to be on top of it. Okay? And Mr. Bunny is also going to go on top of dimensionals, or using dimensionals. And just like we did in the other one, we're going to get 2 there. And we're going to bring a couple. And I'm sorry this is taking so long. That's why I don't color, guys. I'm so very sorry. I should not have colored. Okay. I'm speeding up, sorry. Okay, maybe. Or not. There we go. Yeah, I'm very sorry, guys. Sorry. Okay. So, no, it needs to go. Whoops. It can stay there, but it needs to go inside, obviously, inside our perimeter there. And then we can bring this one. And actually, I was thinking I can probably do something like this, but it'll cover too much. Just kidding. We're going to bring some glue in here. And then I put this one up here towards the top. Kind of just right around the E. And that's it, guys. That's it. I made it. Last thing I need is so the lighter than air suite brings these, and I really, really like this, guys. And I'm going to tell you why. I think that these are so useful because it has every color, right? And I think I want to go with the Lost Lagoon here. Or do we do, what do you guys think? Yellow or Lost Lagoon? There's very little yellow, so maybe it needs some yellow here. right? What you guys think? Yellow? Yeah, I think we need to do the yellow. I'm moving that one friend there. Then I'm going to bring the bigger one. Just like we did with the other, we have the ability to put these glue dots, not glue dots, these gems anywhere we want them, right? And I'm going to bring this one like, I don't know, maybe here. I think I want it right there. Okay, we made it, guys. We made it. It took us forever. They're just cute Easter cards. And there you go. You have one in kind of not monotone, but using just one color. And then we have one in the colorful kind of craziness. So I always tell you guys my mistakes. I would have gone with a more with a bluish color, cooler color. I think that the color, so the Calypso Coral works well, but I like it better if it would have been a cooler color, but that's all I can do. And actually, let me show you, because I did make one with this and I just did not love it. Maybe this one was the one that we should have used. But that's fine. So, very, very simple couple of cards. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see what I'm seeing? We need another one. And these are not the ones, but here they are. I'm going to I'm going to bring another one somewhere. I'm thinking it needs one like around here. I don't know. Like right? Like this was a little bit empty, don't you think? Okay. I am so glad you guys like it. I think they're super cute. Not too complicated to make. I made myself complicated. When you have time in your home, the Easter Bunny has a couple of some Easter eggs, and I think that putting one like in couple in here, somewhere like around those lines, would be super cute. But we just ran out of time, guys. It's an hour and a half. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. So that's mainly why I didn't do it. But I would have put some of those Easter eggs on here just for fun. Whew. Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much for spending your Sunday with me. Let me move back here. Okay. Simple cards. One thing I have not forgotten. So, Susie's question. Where's my blender? Somewhere. Okay, let's bring this. So here's the problem with the blender, Susie, and I'm going to bring a good dark color. So let's say you use, and these are not the same. Yeah, this is Tahitian Tide. So we have, and I'm just going to use these tips. Okay, so dark Tahitian Tide, light Tahitian Tide, right? They blend very well. Look how beautiful that goes, right? What happens if you bring the blender? I'm just going to go over it. And let me show you. See how, oh my God. Of course you're not seeing. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds because I moved from the other one. Here it is. So see, let me see, moving. There it goes. See how it, let me put the other one. So you see, it kind of like, yes, it blends, but it just completely takes away the color. Okay, so go back in here. See how rich this one is, right? And see how odd that one looks. Does that make sense? That's why I rarely ever use the blender. unless I'm coloring like beards or the fluffy areas. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate it. Um, so this is the difference, and that's why I don't particularly use again the blender very often, because you create this, and you want this, right? So bottom line, and I said this many times, the blender is, or yeah, it's called a blender, right? The color lifter, sorry, the color lifter. It's really alcohol, right? That's really what it is. It's an alcohol because these are alcohol markers, right? And so what it does, it really. Oh, hey Nancy, how are you? We really don't have a lot of like it's useful, but it's not. I think it creates the idea that it's much more useful than it is. It is useful for white, I mean, for like wider areas, like beards, like, like the Santa's beard, for fluffy animals, to make them wider. Like, there's many reasons, but to use them with this, I don't like it because you totally lift all the color and then it does not create that ombre effect. And this is just, pretty blunt. I think a pretty simple example, but if you want to have white, leave white. And if you want to color on top of it, color very, very softly on top of it. But don't use the lifter as much, because even if, and I'm gonna move this in here again, right? Oh, I see. I see. I have done that sometimes, but it has not worked so well for me. So even if I do this, I don't know, can you see how it's not like, I don't know how to say this. It does not make it wider. It just looks spotty. And I don't like that. So again, it's much easier. Like for example, in here, I colored all over dark, dark, lighter, 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 lighter. But the last thing I colored was the top of his head. And that was it. And then for here, I did not use that. I used a little bit of the smoky slate. Yeah, I think it was the smoky slate, like the lightest, right? Slowly. And then use that pencil to create that fluffiness. Oh my God. Nancy, oh my God, I hope you're doing well. We are going to pray for you. Um, Elizabeth, great question. I think it's going to start probably either the last week of January or the new or the first week of February. And that's for the coloring class, guys. Oops, making it wrong. Oh, hi, Cherry. How are you? Yes, thankfully I am home. It's kind of cold. It's more or less that cold in here, Cherry, too. We have had someone from Canada earlier in the live. I don't know if she's still here, but I think it was from Canada. She said it was like minus 44. And I was a little bit scared. I was like, nah, that's not cool. That's not very good. Okay, guys, I know I've kept you longer than usual, but it goes again. See, I'm sorry, but see, I really don't like that. So these are the two cards we made today, Cherry and Nancy. We're almost done, but just fun cards, fun Easter cards. And the important thing is that this is the negative of the letters. So we just use these letters once. I mean, we cut them once and that's it. So we were able to build two cards using just that piece. Thank you again. Okay, let me move back in here. I'm so funny, aren't I? Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope that these week. The rest of your day is amazing. For those of you that have tomorrow off, wonderful. I have it off and I can't wait to, oh wait, craft. And I hope to see you Tuesday, and I hope this coming week is full of blessings. And everyone, please stay safe and warm. Sending you all a lot of hugs. Bye.